Okay, we could pretend this is a separate one, but we've just sat.
I've changed the clothes.
I've just washed this and put it back on.
Yeah. I wear the same clothes 5 days a week.
That stops decision fatigue, mate. Nice work. Right, what we're going to do now, this comes up from, this episode's called Strong for Life, Not for Likes, talking about like the aesthetic obsession that people have with training, bodybuilding, that kind of thing, and from me getting trolled on YouTube last week saying I don't look like I work out, which I thought was a strange comment because what does someone that works out looks like? So we're going to sort of touch on that.
Take your top off.
No, it's cold, mate. My nipples would be like cutting glass. But yeah, it's a big thing in the industry, I think. Especially we were just chatting off camera about bodybuilding. Like when I first started training, that was the thing that I used to follow, like all the bodybuilders on YouTube. Rob Britches, people remember him. Greg Plitt, which I've just told you about.
Yeah.
But like Greg Plitt was sort of like the original YouTuber. Ziz.
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do know him.
I actually met his brother. Chest bra, yeah. So yeah, going back, that was like the aesthetic era, I think they called it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Everyone was sort of like training to look good, not to how they feel, and we'll touch on that. So yeah, what does working out actually look like, or what does someone look like who works out?
Yeah.
So yeah, crack
I've
on.
got like lots of mates and obviously like the biggest name in the industry, especially bodybuilding. Chris Bumstead, C-Bum. I've known plenty of my mates who goes to the gym, and I'll see their phone screensaver, and it'll be a picture of C-Bum posing.
That is.
And I'm like, is that motivational? Like, have you got any friends you can put on there, or like family you want to put on their screensaver?
Or your dog.
And they're like, no, they're in the trenches, like working out in the gym every day. You just go into the gym to perform in the gym. That's my issue with it. And I know when I first started training, I didn't particularly follow any bodybuilders. I like always been obsessed with sports and obsessed with athletes. That was my main thing. And I wasted quite a lot of time training for aesthetics and then not producing on field or on the pitch and being like, well, I'm spending time in the gym, sinking hours in there, and it's not translating onto the field. I wasn't training performance, I was training for aesthetics. And so I kind of shifted, as I've grown, I've shifted my training regime to shift more for everyday life performance rather than just to look good in the mirror for everyone else.
And I think, yeah, going to obviously athlete to what we do now, so like I'm obviously like got family, got kids, got a business to run. There's only so much you can put into something. So bodybuilding, it takes a hell of a lot of time, a lot of commitment, a lot of selfishness, I would say, to other people around you. Like you can't go out and socialise, you have to eat boring food, and you're kind of doing it, I think, for not self-gratification, but gratification of others to say, oh yeah, you look good. Whereas somebody that's not shredded, not got massive arms, not got a six-pack, but they can do a 100-metre sprint in 12 seconds, or they're an absolute beast on the rugby pitch.
Tune in for the next episode, we'll test that theory.
Yeah.
We'll test the 100-metre sprint.
Do it backwards.
A little track session.
We're going to do that. We're going to do a bodyweight bench press comp, how many we can do, how many pull-ups we can do, and see who's the best. Yeah, so again,
hold on. You've just spoken about ego and doing things for yourself. You purely want to do that competition because you know you'll win it all.
I don't know that.
It was you, me, and Shah.
Toby
right,
put a shift in on the bench.
Yeah, I'm upset because I'm going to come potentially fourth in that.
We'll do a run as well.
Fine.
We'll do a run around the block. Touching back on that, so like many people are trained for aesthetics, and I think now over the last few years, I used to do it as well, like following all the bodybuilders, but I think recently it's been more like being healthy, being fit, being strong for my girls, for myself, and more for like a mental thing as well. Like the bodybuilding type training got so repetitive and boring, and you have to commit to X amount of times a week. Whereas the way that it's done now is in and out. You focus on a main sort of part for the session. Your strength, and you can do your other bits. Whether it's plyometrics, whether it's your supersets, whether it's whatever it may be, it's more enjoyable, and I get more of a kick out of it now than what I did back then, because I thought I wanted to look a certain way. Coming back to what does someone who works out looks like, it could be literally anything. Some people for them, working out could literally be walking to the paper shop and getting a paper. Someone in their 80s lives by themselves. That could be their exercise for the day. To them, they're in shape because that's specific to what they want to be doing. Sumo wrestler, big fat guy, he works out. But it's specific to what he wants and his needs and what he wants to be doing.
But like you can go through all the sports. You go through like your badminton players. You don't see a big badminton player.
You wouldn't say
they're agile. They're real nippy.
And I bet they've got a really fucking quick
try
reaction.
Try catch one with a really large, comically large net. You won't be able to. They'll be going from left to right.
Or massive fucking biceps with it.
Right. But it's interesting as someone who is really strong yourself. But
thanks, mate.
Looks absolutely tiny. How do you, how do you feel about that?
I haven't put out the one of me choking yet, have I?
But it's different for everyone. Like as you said, your training shifted more based around your lifestyle, being a dad, being a gym owner, and I'm still in the gym 7 days a week. That's not true. I'm in the gym 5 days a week.
That's just cleaning it.
Yeah, and I'm now not chasing aesthetics, but I'm chasing bigger lifts. I've fallen in love with lifting and different techniques and lifts, and progressing lifts like deadlifts, cleans, and all that kind of stuff. Because I enjoy it. So don't chase what you think you need to chase, like aesthetics, like everyone else is. Chase what you want to enjoy. Because no matter what, if you're working out 3 times a week, you're still going to make progress. You're still doing something beneficial for yourself and your body in the long run. So it doesn't matter what you're doing it for. And
think longevity as well. If you go back to, if you heard Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler, both of them, they're in 2 completely different worlds now. So one can't walk. So hip replacements, knee replacements from pushing, aesthetics and strength at the same time.
It was massive.
Jay Cutler trained completely differently to him, and he's now in good shape, but longevity-wise, he must be in his 50s.
Yeah.
He's still very good shape, pretty healthy, and they're complete
without crutches.
And complete polar opposites to each other. So think about it longevity-wise as well, and what it is that you want to gain out of training, not what you see on Instagram, because most of it is fake. Just looking on when people do photo shoots. People will train for a photo shoot, they'll get 400 or 500 images, and then that will go over their Instagram over the next 365 days, and they've only been shredded for that one day.
Yeah.
Whereas the rest of the time, they probably walk around much higher percent body fat. It's very similar to what the average person would do, and they're only training to look good for one day, or 1 or 2 hours at a time, and they might do that once a year. And to me, I don't see the point.
We'll look up a statistic quickly.
Oscar's going to look up statistics. Another thing that I've written down is you're not, most people, you're not training to look like a model. You're training to be a role model. Whether that's to people around you, your kids, your partner, your parents, whatever that may be, just train for that. Like, you don't need to look shredded and tanned to be good. What's the stat you're looking up? Should we start introducing a fact?
Fun fact of the day, what we call it.
Ask me if it's true or false.
Well, I've just looked it up. So true or false? There's more millionaires in the US than there are people with 6-packs.
That's true, yeah?
Statistically, it's easier to become a millionaire than it is to get a 6-pack.
Who said that?
Google.
Being a millionaire?
Yeah, the realities of 6-pack, especially today's on social media, like you said, is very fake, because people just tailor it with the lighting and, like you said, their physique for that time, that specific day of the year, where they look amazing, where actually they walk around probably at like 15-20% body fat usually.
Hang on, I can't get my head around this. I've had a 6-pack, but I've never been a millionaire.
That means you're better than most millionaires, but you're poorer. Good for you, but you still don't have £1 million. But
anyway, we'll cut it there.
Yeah.
Follow the links in the description. We've got a few things. There's some free stuff in there. Join our free school community as well. We add things in, tips, trips, all that kind of stuff. Training, food,
trips. We going somewhere?
Yeah.
School trip.
Yeah. Some of it's free, some of it's paid. Click the links below. We might see you next time.
Hit subscribe.
Peace.